Only one person brought water, but two people did.
Yeah, good, good.
Fantastic.
The more the merrier.
Yeah. So we're thinking here white to play. You haven't seen this position before?
No.
It was in Chess Informant in 1975.
You have to play?
It doesn't say here, but
Okay, you will tell me.
yeah, we'll tell you after.
So what should I do? Think aloud, yeah?
So yeah, we could do that. Maybe think as a group. So white to play, yeah? And by the way, Boris doesn't know his position, in case you haven't guessed.
I promise.
Otherwise, it's like normal magician trick, yeah? He doesn't know anything, and wow, isn't he good?
Okay, rook f6.
First instinct, yeah?
It's a rook f6 takes queen h4.
So what's your problems with it?
Queen is king d7.
Yeah. And then how do you approach something like this?
Then you have to think what to do, yeah? How to proceed, yeah?
Keep the momentum, yeah?
Keep the momentum, yeah. Because bishop c5 is not an option because he takes with a check. Rook d7 takes on e6. You have to look to what to do because he would play f5 against any check. Rook f1.
Welcome to the next 2 hours of watching Boris think.
What, sorry?
Don't worry, just think. Next 2 hours of you with thinking.
Bishop g5 may be an option. But fg5, queen g5, king e6. Will it be made or just a perpetual?
Will it be perpetual even?
Queen g4,
Yeah. Yeah, no, yeah.
Hard to see more than a... We can proceed with something like queen g4. Queen e6, bishop c5.
And queen g4 if I play h5?
Queen f5. Bishop c, if I play g4, I can play h3.
Maybe there's a difference.
Yeah, maybe h3 because... Sorry. Bishop c6, bishop c5 then. So queen h3, let's say, yeah? Rook d7 is a threat, but is it deadly or not?
Well, it's quite important that you have a check on h5 after, yeah?
Yeah.
So this is probably the main reason for queen h3 over queen g4.
Yes. But also queen g4, h5, queen f5, maybe it's possible, yeah? It's the same idea.
Maybe rook g8.
Rook g8, rook d7.
King e8?
No, queen h5. But may take on d7 or not? Maybe bishop c6, bishop c5 anyway? Actually, I don't see a difference.
No, I remember there is one, but I don't remember why.
But maybe queen h3 is like to avoid any.
Yeah, not a big difference. Okay, let's show the solution. Queen h3 is a bit more accurate. Takes. Queen h4.
We eliminate the defender, and then, okay, a lot of weak spots, yeah.
We just show queen e6.
Queen e6, then check, queen f7, and rook d8.
King e7, rook d7.
Queen e7, rook d7.
The queen e6 is not possible.
Sorry?
The queen e6 does not work.
Doesn't work. Yeah. So bishop e7 doesn't work because queen h5, mate in 2. So king e7 is the only move. And now we have to make white move, let's say this one. Now we renew a bishop, rook d7 threat. If bishop c6, then check and bait.
Pointing on the squares won't help much. People can't see.
Sorry?
Pointing on the squares doesn't work because
Okay.
you can't really see.
Okay. Queen e6, bishop c5, here and winning a queen and a game.
Yes. Well done. Anyone else altered?
Just pour me that water. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next position?
We'll do it like that, but first I think we need a formal invitation. Starting, do you want to say just hello? You said earlier we had a debate about it. I want to say hello, no, you can't be loud, yes, no, yes. Okay, so we'll just keep going. I think this is the official start of the lecture. First of all, welcome to Boris. And as you know, we're here because Boris and I have written some books together. One of them will be, the second one will be published on the 31st of August, but this is a pre-launch, and it's possible to get the book from here, or after the event, it will be possible to get it from Danish Grandmaster, but not from anywhere else in the world, not even from Quality Chess. Of course, Forward Chess, it always comes out 1 week earlier, but still. So what we were going to do today is we were going to look at a few positions, not from the book. We're going to have some positions where Boris doesn't know what's coming, so we will see how he thinks, how he explains things, like we did here in this little appetizer. And we'll see some games from the match with in Kiev, which Boris just played, to show how we created the book. The way that we had conversations about the positions, and then at the end I had these recordings, and I sat down, typed it all in, and added things, moved things around, so on, and then presented to Boris. First, you know, if anyone doesn't know who Boris is, which would be very weird, then he's one of his generation's finest chess players. And also one of this generation's finest chess players. And I think also one of the next generation's finest chess players, if you have any choice in the matter, yeah? But maybe you could tell just a few words about yourself.
Yeah. They're friends. Should I stand up? Or should I
If you want,
okay.
as you want.
Okay. Okay, dear friends, it's good to be here today and to give this lecture together with Jacob. I play chess since age 6 and played in many tournaments, pretty matches, for championship, pretty successfully. And then a few years ago, Jacob and I decided to write a series of books about how chess players think during the game, which is, I don't think any real book existed, yeah?
Probably not.
Probably not, yeah? And then we are trying to do it with our utmost concentration and desire and patience. So I hope you will enjoy it today, and if you have any question, don't hesitate. Ask any moment. That's why we are here, yeah? To answer any questions and to that you'll enjoy this evening, and hopefully it would give you another push to progress in chess. Thank you.
So yeah, I can add a little bit to this story. I sort of asked Boris if he wanted to write a book for us at some point, and he said, not yet. And And then I saw this interview in New Chess where Jan van Gooisendam asked Boris, well, you wrote a book and it was very good, and he plans to write another one. And he said, well, I was thinking at some point I would like to work with a professional. And I thought, well, this is potentially my only chance to be called a professional. So I immediately called him and said, I saw your message in New Chess and I'm ready. And he said, okay, I'm glad you saw it. And then we decided for it. And of course it's Boris's decision to go for decision making. And as he said, I don't know of anything that exists like this. And what I wanted to do with the books was I wanted to show how he thinks, not how he could have been thinking if he had a computer installed in his brain, which seems to be the case of a lot of books these days, that it's just the engine running and the person saying that this move was better has no idea of why it was better and has no idea of how to get there. And I don't think that's of much practical value. I personally learned a lot from working like this. It's a pity I don't play anymore. But I find that really a lot of people like this approach, and also maybe one or two people have told you they like the books, and not just to be polite.
Sorry?
One or two guys have said they like the books to you as well, and not just being polite.
Yes, yes.
Okay, so here's another training position. Here I actually put in some extra pieces to make the idea work. So it's a completely original position, never occurred in anything. So white to play, and a fairly complicated position. And how are you thinking about this?
I think white will win.
You think white will win? So what's your idea?
My idea, we should mate him. Rook c8,
Okay,
knight d2,
yes.
bishop f4, knight f1, bishop h6, and we'll mate him.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it correct, no?
This is correct. But don't worry, it's not going to be that simple.
Yeah.
So this is the first little
Yes.
idea. I'll just show it here
Yeah. Yeah.
and here. And either we take the knight, the
Yes.
bishop, eliminating the threat, the rook, or we have mate. So, okay.
No, but also I don't think we should take on d2, yeah? There is no way to protect, no?
Well, if you play king g7.
Rook f8.
Ah, nice. Okay, so here, here,
Yeah.
f2, and I'll
King
just
g7,
king
we
g7.
simply maybe take on f8, yeah?
Here. Maybe we have some confusing position.
Bishop d2 always.
Bishop d2, yeah.
And knight f1, we'll find something, I believe, yeah?
Actually, this is something you talk a lot about in the books, about how you make a lot of your decision on what you believe. Maybe you could say a few words about that?
Yeah. The question Jacob asked is that, very often we try to calculate things, but the point is that I think that it's important to feel where you should qualify, where you believe you have a chance to qualify, to calculate and find something decision. Because if you don't believe, you wouldn't find normally. Because that's what intuition is for, to guide you where you have a chance to find the solution. Because there are so many moves in the possible, and it's I don't believe you can, like computer, you can calculate all of them and come to solution. So you have to have some more guidance, which is called intuition. And I believe in this position because of the mating threads it should be found.
Of course, sometimes your intuition fails. Yeah?
Of course. No one is perfect, yeah. And but here I believe h4 should be strong. No? With the idea of rook g8, king f6, bishop g5. Do you say defense?
No, I'm looking for one. But also there's the threat of immediately bishop g5.
Yes, yes.
Which, because otherwise you could move the queen, but...
Yes. If you move the queen, then bishop g5. Or queen d8, yeah. And if, let's say, f6, then it's already another problem should occur. Let's say check here and here, rook g7 is a threat. Also, I believe it's important to note here that white is just a pawn down. It's not a piece, it's not a rook, it's a pawn, and knight is hanging, so I see no reasons why it shouldn't win. Of course, bishop d2 should be maybe more practical, yeah? To eliminate the only attacking piece, and then we grab e7 pawn and all other whatever, yeah?
Well, how would you actually approach this in a game? When you, let's revert to the position.
Let's revert to the first position.
After king g7. Let's go back to the beginning, yeah? Yes. So king on g8, knight f3, rook here. So okay, so first here you saw this nice little tactic.
Yes.
Don't worry, we'll have a bit more difficult tactics at the moment.
Of course. No, first you should see what you do. First of all, you can maybe see if the tactic exists, or if it's a way, you could say other way around. If it's a way to consolidate without going into tactic. And it seems not easy, because rook is hanging. If you go to b1, then it's a fork. Rook d1, knight d2, pinned. And if, let's say, you have to move with a rook. So the most natural is to move and to create threats at the same time. Rook c8. Black has to go for counterplay, I think, yeah? Or it's a better defense.
We'll get to that. But,
Okay.
But let's go, this knight d2 is the most natural, yeah?
Yes. Knight d2 is the most natural.
When you're calculating, you will look at forcing moves.
Yes, calculate, you look at the moves, okay. You create a threat, yeah, you want to take, yeah? Or rook e1 even may be a threat. Rook f8, king g7. And now you have to, rook cannot move because of the mate, and you want to save it. So you can do it only by, and the bishop actually it's not taking big part into the game. So it's a good idea to include him and create a threat. But probably, I'm just explaining retrospectively. Most likely the idea just pops up in the head, yeah?
Reality is that you look at the position and the pattern come to you.
Yes,
here.
yes.
And if I was describing this, I would think this happened intuitively almost, because it happened so fast. You all saw it, yeah?
No, but also you put position and started talking, so I had a minute.
That could almost lead to the conclusion you weren't listening to what I was saying.
Yeah. And rook f2, it's theoretically could be a counterplay, but rook f2, queen e1. But at least take on f8, and always you can take with the king, yeah, if necessary.
Yeah. Take with the king immediately as well.
Yeah.
Fine. Yeah, no, so an idea like this, but you say here like the bishop's not doing much. When you look at the position, are you always looking at the potential of the pieces?
Well, first you have to, I think first I look at the most natural moves which comes to a head, and if the solution is not found, when you try to work out it logically, it's one of the considerations I take. I think one of the greats, or maybe few of them said, then when you're looking for a move, think which piece is worst placed and try to improve it.
Yeah, it's been used many times.
Yes. And it's logical advice, yeah. I do it.
So okay, so here you found the first little tactic, but the thing is with the position, we're thinking, okay, let's say if knight d4 was played, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, bishop f4 makes sense, and coming in and consolidate, but let's say white was a bit optimistic, yeah? And played rook b8. I know it's not the move you would choose,
Okay.
but here the position suddenly becomes interesting again.
Okay.
So here we hopefully have a position where you don't see everything in a flash. Otherwise, it will be a very short lecture, you know. The rook's on e1. Black just played rook e2 to e1.
It's the last move.
White's last move was rook c8 to b8, and then black replied with rook to e1.
Okay, now you want to mate. So I think I have to take on f8 first.
It's very logical, yeah. We will put this on the board, but first we take it in our head, yeah. We will try to follow the thought process. And
no other choice, I see, because you want to take and
or 92 maybe.
Maybe 92, yeah. So I have to take.
So let's try to do it just first in our head, maybe, boys.
Yes, okay.
Keep the pieces in the board just for a moment. Don't worry, in a moment we'll put them on the board. But anyway, it's good to just exercise our vision.
Yeah, I think it's very important, by the way. You exercise this quality to be able to think in your head. Because during the game, you have to visualize position and think at the same time. And the less energy you would spend on visualizing, the more you would have to think about moves. And thinking in your head, it's I think it's a good way to train this ability.
So here, for you, the most logical move is rook takes f8.
Yes.
This is big threat, otherwise.
I don't see anything else.
Yeah. F3, you have
F3 being 3.
and
And to mate in few moves.
4 maybe, 3, 4. So rook takes f8, and black cannot take back.
Black cannot take back because we take and take.
Let's try to keep it in the head again.
Yeah. No, okay.
So rook takes f8, king g7.
King g7. And now we have to think what to do.
So rook g8 is an obvious candidate.
Yes. King h5. Yeah, but then probably queen e4 or something. This is coming to the game, yeah. We lose momentum. Now black is attacking. Probably it's not our goal. So rook f8, king g7.
Yeah, we in a game here. How soon would you actually make the move?
No, rook f8 I would make pretty quickly, I believe.
Okay, so I think you are allowed to make it.
Yeah, because no other move, yeah?
Yeah.
And then here it's a moment where you have to think, because so many possibilities. Bishop e5, try to cut the connection between the pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Then rook g8, rook e8, rook f7.
And basically, you look at all kind of moves to see if they make sense.
Yeah.
Not in the other way around. You don't look at moves to make sense. First, you look at the move and then see if they make sense.
No. I say that, okay, you have to make some move to prevent mate, yeah? Because mate is threatening.
So you don't look at b5.
No. H3 can be considered, but not likely, yeah? Who knows?
I think it's we should follow the sponsor's suggestion always.
What?
Rook g8 check.
Rook g8 check, yeah?
Yeah. So king h6.
King h6.
And then it's probably time to think, because
okay.
Practically you probably would think a move before, but this is just to involve as many as possible. But otherwise the rook, you don't want it hanging on f8.
One of the ideas which he told me to play h3, rook f1, king h2. Just to secure a king and with a threat bishop f4, etc. Is it senseless?
Actually, you can try to put it on the board and we can see why it doesn't work. There, and king h2. And here, there's a very nice move. Because queen e1 is very tempting. Yeah?
Queen e1, bishop f4,
Yes,
then
that's
g4, and queen d8.
Mm-hmm.
Mate.
And mate.
And mate.
You can let's just show it.
To show?
Yeah. Just to give everyone a chance, yeah?
And check.
Checkmate is coming.
Checkmate, yeah. So black have to do something else.
Yes.
Queen is
Queen
here.
on e7.
So, yeah.
8.
Knight e2 is maybe a move. But then rook e8, and we win this knight.
Yeah, just show that. So variation.
Knight e2 to prevent the square, but then rook e8, and we win the knight. Knight f3 we take,
And Queen e1.
and queen e1. Ah,
Very nice, yeah?
nice.
Prophylactic thinking.
Yes.
Mark would be happy.
Yes, yes. Very nice.
Bishop f4, king h5, and white is checkmate.
Yes. White are losing. So we have to look for something better.
Hopefully there's something better, yeah?
Hopefully. It couldn't be worse. Yeah? No, it's not a position, yeah?
Yeah?
After h3 and rook take f1 white hand, one take with the king.
Check. Yeah?
Mm.
King g1. Check. Here. And knight e2. Bishop f4, yeah? And we win, yeah?
Mm.
White wins. This is the position, correct?
But black can defend slightly better, yes. So by the way, h4, I just want to show this line here. Knight e2, king h2, and now rook f1, we still have rook e8. This point, and the knight on e2 is lost, but in this position, knight takes g3. Because of queen takes h4.
Rook e1, queen h4. That's why we can push that far, yeah? Push it.
So this variation is basically winning. There's a bit more to it. So rook takes f1, king takes. We should just note that this knight e2 still loses the knight. King h2, rook f1, rook e8. So here, no, you take it.
Yeah, we take it, yeah,
Take
sure.
Queen e2, king g1, queen e1, king h2, knight e2. And here there's some funny extra lines. Here, just to mention that if I try to play h4, queen g1, king h3, queen h1, and there and f5, king f3, knight d4, king e3, queen e1. It's going to be perpetual check.
It's a draw, yeah?
Yeah, king d4, queen d2, king c4, queen a2.
Yeah, it's important always in such position to check by diagonal, not to let go. Because here, if you check here, king would run.
And winning.
Yeah, it's a basic of queen endings. Always check by diagonal.
So maybe you could tell how much time you spend solving positions like this.
What do you mean?
In your training, kind of exercises.
How many times per day or?
Well, just in general.
No, in general I try to spend maybe 1 hour 3 times a week or something.
Mm-hmm.
If you send me positions, it's better. It helps.
Yeah, the
If
problem,
not, I have to do something, yeah?
the problem is that you have solved all books, yeah?
Old books?
All books that exist, more or less, you're going to...
No, it's exaggeration, but a lot, yeah.
Yeah. You at least solved my next 4 books already.
Yeah? Yeah.
Okay, so after moving from this thing, I think everyone happy with this position. They have a feeling of how it's going, why white is winning. Anyone want to?
Question.
Yes.
Would Queen F8 be possible in the
In this position?
H3,
Wait, at what moment?
instead of H3?
Okay, let's go back. Queen and E7.
Yes.
E1. Yeah, this position, yeah.
Queen F8 we take.
Bishop F4.
King H5.
C4.
King takes.
Rook F8.
Rook F8. Knight E2.
Okay, so it's
King G2 and
C4.
perpetual, yeah.
At least, maybe black can try to play. Here, let's say by Rook E7.
Maybe a bit much, huh?
Who knows? Black, I don't think black risks much. Maybe it's not enough, but why not?
Yeah.
Probably it's enough, yeah, at least two. Because, okay, white's king is extremely weak, extremely.
Okay, does anyone else have a question here? We'd be very happy to deal with it. Yes?
There's a variation where the black queen takes h1 and maybe the bishop could go between.
Yes, absolutely. King on H6, rook on G8. So the variation was H3, takes, king takes, queen E2, king E G1, queen E1, king H2, knight E2, H4.
But why not queen F5? No, why not bishop F4?
Well, bishop F4 is the right move, but this
Yeah.
was just this wrong variation. H4, queen G1, king H3, queen H1, bishop H2. Yeah, here
Bishop H2.
here, and knight F4.
Knight F4 check.
And king G3 or queen G4 is not so important. Queen G2, king F4.
No, maybe here bishop G3, no? Then mate in 2. Bishop G3 allows mate in 2. Very beautiful. The center of the board. So queen have to take. We take probably here.
Both of them actually draw, but I think taking on F2 is more in the spirit of the position.
Yes, yes.
To make a draw with at least pieces on the board as possible.
Yes, yes.
And I think king E4 we give queen G2 again.
No, queen E2. Because
King
we want to
D5.
win.
Ah! Always hoping, yeah?
Yes, yes. You never know. You know, things happen in life.
I have seen worse things happen.
Yeah.
Usually from the bad side. So, of course, we finished the book here a few months ago, and since then you have been able to play a little bit of chess. You probably don't get as many invitations as you would like. I don't know anyone does.
Yeah.
But you had recently, last week, match.
Last week match.
So maybe you could tell a bit about this match.
Yes, last week I played a match with European champion Grandmaster Jacob in south of Russia, in Ingushetia. It's some republic there, in the very south of Russia, the smallest actually. And Ernesto has roots there, so he gets some support there, and also he opened some chess clubs, chess schools there. They try to develop chess in this region, and they made some big junior tournament, and they wanted to make some event, so they invited me to play him. Actually, they invited me before he became European champion, since we agreed for a match, and before we started, he won like 40 ELO points. He played very impressively in May and in June. And it was a match of 6 classical games and 6 rapid games. And I managed to win 4-2 in both disciplines. And 2 games from classical we would show you now.
And the idea is that we kind of to show how we were working on the book, and once you get it and hopefully read it, you can see how it came about to be as it is. So, so here we have a position which would probably have made the book if it had been played after it.
Yeah.
So
Hopefully for the next book.
well, the next book is going to be on technique and endings, so probably not.
We'll find. We have to find a book for it.
You know, once when I wrote when we wrote the first book, and I worked on it a lot and so on, and I thought it was finally finished, and I was so tired. I thought, okay, at least it's only 3 books. And today we talked and we were debating the content of book 4, and we're planning 5 at the moment, and then we're discussing the content of book 4. And you saw it in my body language.
Yeah.
I think we're currently looking at maybe 6 weeks. This is going to be longer than the Game of Thrones. But luckily, the books, lovely as they are, cannot be used as murder weapons. So. Okay, so here we have this position. I'm just guessing, because you gave me this position, I'm just guessing that black recently played e5.
Yeah, last move was e5.
So how did you think about this during the game? Well, already when you were at this point, what's the time, what was your state of mind?
Actually the game developed, I surprised him in the opening and he reacted well, and I thought I have an advantage, but he played a few good defensive moves and basically equalized, but I thought that my position is okay. And here when he played e5, actually the problem is that his bishop is a bit out of the game, yeah? Mine also. But hard to say that, let's say, I think computers suggest like just going here and there, or going here and there, or something like this. So it means that black doesn't have an active plan, while for white also it's not easy to advance. Yeah? But I thought possibly move by move, and when he played e5, I saw that I have a chance. Of course I can go back, nothing dramatic happens, yeah? Or even here. He would play g4, I would go somewhere. But then I saw a chance, yeah, because for the moment, black's pieces kind of lost coordination and f5 square is weak. So an idea popped to my mind to make some intermediate move, and to when someone attacks you, it's I always check if I can counterattack. Yeah. I think it was in the first book that it comes from Fisher, yeah, that I was told in the childhood, but I think it's a good attitude.
Fisher never goes back.
Fisher never goes back, yeah. A friend of mine studied the games by Fisher, and he noted that whenever someone attacked Fisher's piece, very often Fisher counterattacked, yeah. He didn't like to go back. And also here it's the case. He attacks me, but I found a way, can I put the move?
Sure.
That to attack him. To put the onus on him.
But still, let me ask you something here.
Yes.
You're sitting in this position, yeah?
Yeah.
I remember I was in Moscow, followed your match with Anand, and there was this very fascinating game 12, where Anand came with this very imaginative novelty in the opening. And at some point, you started thinking, and I went for lunch. Then I met some friends, we had some drinks, we went to the club. We had a few cigars, we went out all night, we came back in the morning and you were still thinking.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I'm of course exaggerating, but you probably thought for like
40 minutes.
55, I thought it was.
55, yeah, so it's 50.
Something like this. And this was at move 11? 10, 10 or 11. And your approach to that position, as I recall, was that if you didn't think now, then maybe later there would be nothing to think about.
Yes, exactly. Because there are a few attitudes to this, how you spend time. And then some players, they think, okay, they shouldn't think more than, let's say, 10 minutes per move, whatever, yeah? Because they're afraid to get into time trouble. And my attitude is that there are some positions which are more important than others, which are critical positions, which determine the course of the game. Of course, it's important to feel them, because if you think each position for a long time, then you'll be in time trouble pretty soon. But that game with Anand, we got out from the opening, and then I clearly thought that if I do nothing, I saw how I would be mated in 10 more moves. So I was thinking for solution how to change the course of the game, and I found it.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah. Sacrificed 2 pawns, I was a pawn up, but I sacrificed 2 pawns, but I got my pieces into the game. I don't know if Anand knew about it or not.
They didn't.
Didn't?
I was talking to his seconds.
Yeah, no, didn't, yeah?
While you were thinking, and they were all very happy, then you played your move, and then they were not happy anymore.
No, my seconds were in panic, that they didn't predict it, and then they started checking all move by move, and they started going first line computer, second, third, no, nothing held, and the seventh they found. But they were very pessimistic, I would find.
Yeah, no, I talked to Maxim towards the end of the game. He was really, really happy.
Yeah.
They were all very proud of you.
Yeah.
So,
as I said, that one of them said, it's an honor for us to serve such a master.
I think Peter Svidler said something very nice as well. He said, if you didn't like this game, then you don't like chess.
Yeah, really, yeah.
I think he sort of, I said something and he thought of, he misunderstood me, like I thought something like boring short draw or something,
Yeah.
which was not my point.
Yeah.
But the reason why I asked about time consumption is, in a position like this here, would you play h5 without thinking, or did you play h5 without thinking?
No, I thought, but also, okay, at that moment we had maybe 20 minutes left, but also we should know that mostly we play, now I think almost all tournaments are played with increment, which also changes perspective of time consumption. That with this, with increment, whatever you do, you have a like security of 30 seconds per move. So it allows you to, let's say if you have really good position or if you have really drawn position, you would normally draw, yeah? Half a minute should be basically enough, and if the position is simple enough, yeah? Of course, you never know. And here I spent some minutes, and then I saw some line, and I saw that, okay, at the worst, okay, I have no risk. So at least this move is not worse than just moving the rook.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I move the rook, I don't think I have any advantage. G4, something, yeah? Just complicated game. Also, this knight here, okay, it's nicely placed, but also can go nowhere in the way it's stuck, yeah? So I thought that h5 is a move which is good enough, and then, okay, why not to try?
So we'll focus first on what happened in the game, and then we'll return to the position after h5.
Yes, h5.
So yeah, which move did you expect? Did you expect what he played, or?
I hoped for it, but I didn't expect it.
Did you have any expectations at all?
No, I calculated the main line which is to go through. Okay. I thought he would go for it, yeah.
Mm-hmm. So do you want to show it?
What happened in the game?
Let's see what happened in the game. We just take black's move, and then we just wait for a moment, and here white has a...
Let everyone think.
So meanwhile, we can talk a little bit. This is your first time in Denmark, if we don't include the airport.
Yeah, if we don't include the Copenhagen airport, which I flew to Malmö tournament. Thank you, Jan, for inviting me. And then I flew to Gothenburg to European team, 2005.
Yes.
Where I got medal, yeah, I got second place. If you don't count it, then it's the first time in Denmark. Hope not the last one.
I'm sure that if you want to play this tournament, they would be very happy to invite you.
Okay, good. One more play, no doubt.
I'll get the free beer later, Lars.
Yes. And then, okay, also yesterday I was taken to Copenhagen. Thank you. And I really enjoyed it here. It's really picturesome place, very nice, very relaxed, and excellent forest around. Copenhagen really impressed me. It's really a city I wanted to visit. And yesterday my dream came true. Yeah. For many years I wanted to visit this city. And I'm going to stay a few more days here. Yeah.
And you'll play the Blitz tomorrow as well.
Of course. Why not?
Well, why didn't you play yesterday then?
Yesterday I was still tired. Yeah, tomorrow I'll be...
Thank you, Keith. Don't worry, we find a very good replacement.
I know, I was sure you'll manage.
Yes.
But tomorrow it's a Blitz, and I hope to meet a lot of you there, yeah, in the tournament.
Okay, so here, and also your dreams came through.
My dreams came true, yeah.
Any suggestions?
Well, I was thinking queen takes f6, followed by pawn takes rook, and knight f5.
And knight f5, yes.
Bravo.
Absolutely.
Actually, yeah,
How about knight e8?
rook takes e8,
Then rook takes rook,
knight takes rook.
queen d5 check.
Yeah, but you just regain it.
Knight e4.
Knight e4, knight e4.
Yeah.
And knight e4 and knight takes e4. Black plays knight e4 as well.
Knight to e4.
Yeah, but then knight would take.
Yes, and you can take on e7.
Again,
Yeah, but it's
again,
just
it's
an exchange.
exchanges. At the end of it all, both players will have a queen and a bishop. And probably draw.
Yeah.
Queen takes wins on the spot, more or less.
No, Sandra, it's correct. Queen take f6. Because here, for the moment, he thought it's not possible because rook is hanging. But actually, what I noted that the king is very awkwardly placed. From one point, queen protects it, but from other, okay, when we take, he has to take. And now knight f5. It's a really deadly threat of knight takes h6.
Here, you say he didn't notice. I would guess that he didn't notice when he played e5.
No, first when he didn't play
Even
e5,
on
he
h7.
didn't notice h5, and he kind of panicked.
Ah. How was his time situation?
Also, maybe the same, but that's what he admitted after the match, that when we were, let's say, I knew better when to think.
Mhm.
We started thinking the moment which were not relevant. Well, sometimes I was thinking for quite a long and left myself quite a little of time, but then, okay, I thought it's a moment when it was necessary.
Exactly as we talked about, yes.
Yeah, we just talked about it, yeah. And now the question is how to protect. There is no way to protect, yeah. Let's see. Here, check and wait.
I think this is quite beautiful.
Yeah.
Which is funny thing that it becomes more beautiful with the knight being there than without the knight.
Yeah. But I had to see some line because there is possibility of defend of knight e4. We take on it, and when we take, he takes, we take. He can trap the queen. But white are fortunate, okay, we take. And now white are fortunate that we have too much material. He takes, and we take. And position should be 1-0.
Knight takes c4 probably.
Knight takes c4.
And rook
Okay.
d7.
Rook d7 or checking rook a7?
Probably rook d7, he can't protect the pawn
Yeah,
anyway.
yeah.
And here we are going to end with 3 pawns.
3 pawns, but also this is weak and we attack. Yeah.
And the
Okay.
king's very bad.
King is very bad, yeah.
But as a Danish player Esben Lund said in his book, the bishop and knight is worth a rook and 1.5 pawn.
Yeah. But you know, it's a good point, but it's a general thing. Sometimes it's simply 2 bishop and knight are better than rook. How many pawns are with rook, and sometimes even 1 rook without pawns is better, yeah.
Okay, but you can say that the queen is worth more than a pawn, but in some positions the pawn is
Yes,
better
it's
than the
true,
queen.
it's true, it's true. But then it's a more rare case with the rook against bishop and knight. It's more balanced, yeah.
Did you see this idea of trapping the...
Yes, I saw.
And he didn't see it or...
Well, probably he saw, but he saw that it's losing, yeah.
Mhm.
I forgot what he said, yeah. Because we commented the game to local audience, and after each game, and I don't remember what he saw. He was so disappointed, maybe he didn't say anything, yeah.
Can happen. There's 2 scenarios where top players don't say anything. One is they lose, and the other they have played Peter Swittler.
Yeah.
You played a match with Peter.
I played a match with Peter in Jerusalem, yeah.
They asked if he wanted to do some talking after the game.
Yeah, and then the organized first time, very nice people, and they wrote me an email if I'll be kind to that after each game it would be press conference. I said, yes, sure. And said, then can you ask Peter if he would agree? It would be very nice. And Peter wrote, it would be a challenge for you to shut me up, yeah. And then indeed, actually you can see on YouTube on the site, yeah, there are very nice press conference. We talked about everything in the world, yeah, about each game, and maybe once I had a chance to say a few words when I won. Otherwise, no chance. But it was very lively and entertaining.
Okay, so here the game.
But actually, the funny thing that I was asked what's my favorite TV serial was, and Peter was asked how does he work on chess, and Peter said that normally you should ask this question to you.
The other way around.
Other way around, yeah.
Peter, he wants to be English. He likes cricket.
Yeah.
All kind of English. English radio, English TV.
Yes. Newspaper. He starts the day with English newspaper.
Yeah.
Okay, not that bad. He speaks English with his children.
With Christian.
With his children.
With his children. Yeah, he told me they have a teacher coming to teach his twins English. Always shows up drunk, but speaks absolutely perfect English.
Yeah.
He's very kind, but always drunk.
Always drunk.
Yeah. A Russian, who would have thought?
Yeah.
So here, maybe we show the rest of the game.
Yes.
Not so eventful, but...
He took. And now it's important, of course, to take and he took. Actually, he can take with a queen, because check, king goes, and mate.
Yeah. So you must take the rook.
A rook, and then take. And now the point is, if he plays e2, trying to at least get some counterplay, then it's a check, and there is no way to play.
King f8, bishop d6.
Yes, because if rook g7, we check and take, and if king f8, we check, takes, and then we'll, I guess, win this pawn with checks. Yeah?
Or even queen e5, h6, and
Yeah.
each pawn will
Yeah.
queen.
Yeah.
So he couldn't do this, so he had to play take on f2.
Yes.
This is what he tried.
Yes.
Maybe just show the moves quickly.
Yes. Where is
e7, king a, king
he took? I took.
bishop c4.
Bishop c4.
Just actually, this is the kind of position where, you know, in the books there will just be no comment.
Yeah.
And sometimes we like to talk about positions where, you know, strong players just
Yeah.
move
Okay.
on. So here you have a completely winning position. How
No,
do you
I
approach?
actually I missed completely because I wanted to win a bishop, and I could. Okay, I took, and here I could check. It has to go here, and check, and I win a piece.
Because the king must go to the e file and
Yes.
queen e4.
No, that's what I thought, but I missed this one. Which is quite pathetic. Yeah?
So you're well, you won the game.
Yeah.
So not so pathetic. But your approach in this position was try to make it lights out very quickly.
Yes. Not to, because here you shouldn't allow him back into the game. Of course, whatever you do, you should be able to win. But of course, let's say some position like this, okay, and he puts kind of blockade, yeah, like this. Who knows, yeah? Not that easy.
No, here it's maybe not easy at all.
Yes, that's what I mean. You should avoid it.
Probably winning somehow, but
No, of course I would go here, okay,
and king to h5.
king here, and let's say check and king f5 or something. Yeah. Or Xtracon ask him to make a move, yeah.
We have a game in the book a little bit like this.
Yes, it's Dominguez here. So it shouldn't be a trouble, but you shouldn't allow it. Yeah, basically you shouldn't allow it.
Good. Or maybe just quickly take the last few games.
So then you think
Maybe
it's necessary, yeah?
Anyone care? Nah, not
No.
necessary. Okay, let's go to game 6 of the match.
6 of the match, yeah. And then the match proceeded. Game 3, 4, and 5 were drawn. And actually in games 4 and 5, he had realistic chances to, if not to win, but to put serious problem. But I escaped. And then game 6, he was black and he had to try to equalize the score. On the other hand, the rules were that okay, that each victor in classical counts for 2 points and rapid for 1. So even if he, let's say, loses here, he would have chances to win a match.
And the rapid.
In a rapid, if he makes, let's say, +2 in a rapid, he equalizes. Yeah? Loses -1 in classic and +2 in rapid. But of course, he wanted to equalize the score in the classic, and he went for...
Maybe just stop for a moment here. What we do in the book we always talk about the player, and here we talked about the match, but not the player at all.
Yeah.
So we always talk for 5 minutes, 10 minutes about the players. And, obviously, you know Ernesto better than I do.
Yes, but I don't know. I cannot say I know him so well. Before this match, I played him 3 times, and he's a very ambitious player. He always goes for a big fight with both colors, and you see when he's in good form, it allows to achieve some really impressive results, like European Championship in Ireland. In May, he played excellently in Russian league. He beat Yakovenko, Dominguez, some strong players in impressive games.
He maybe even played better than in the European, which was the week after.
I'm not sure. He played very well in European. Won really impressive games. And Navarro, complicated game. There's a Kovalenko interesting end, and Svetushkin, beautiful combination. Yeah.
Okay, let's go for the game.
Yeah, so, okay, I went to the game to play normal chess, yeah. I didn't know what to expect from him, yeah. Because for many years he played King's Indian, and he quit, he played Slav, King's Indian. But okay, I don't. And here, as I said, he had to win, so I didn't know what to expect. But okay, I decided to play normal chess and then see what's going on. Yeah. So I played the d4, c4, played e6. At knight f3, he played b6, queen c6, and I played g3 like I usually do. He played bishop a6.
What was it Christiuk said about this G3 system?
No. He said about Catalan.
Okay, Catalan.
That, he said that you played because white has just one idea. It's so simple for you. Yeah? But of course, he played Catalan against me after it. Yeah?
He will never ignore a joke.
No. I remember that when he was young, very young, he came for a training session with me. Was it 2000? Yeah, 2001. It was 2001, beginning of 2001. And then we looked at something. At the end of training session, he asked me 2 questions. Boris, why you play Najdorf? It's I'm sure this opening is going to be refuted pretty soon. It's so lousy. And of course, pretty quickly he started to play it, and probably till now it's one of his main openings. And another question he asked, why do you play first move d4? It's so obvious e4 is stronger. And of course, in few years he started to play d4 as well. Yeah.
On the other hand, in 2002, you started playing e4.
Yes.
And you gave up the Najdorf.
No, not that time.
Or maybe 2004, 2005.
No, I still play time to time.
Well, but you had a long rest.
Yeah.
Got tired of the bishop g5 now.
Yeah, but of minor things.
Okay?
Yeah, but okay, it means that you cannot think categorically, yeah? So, and Narkiev recently played bishop b7 system. And that's what I kind of expected, but it's not kind of system you play when you need to win. Because white has a pretty safe position. So, he made a clever choice. He played bishop a6, I played b3. I played d5, I played bishop g2. Some theory is that there is, if you take, there is pretty dangerous. We won Delphin's openings. And he played bishop b4, bishop d2, and bishop e7. This system which Karyakin played 4 or 5 times in the candidates and which allowed him to become a challenger, to play Carlsen in November. White has to take, basically. Castle, natural moves. Knight c3, and he plays rook e8.
Of course, if there are any questions at any time, please will absolutely.
And here it's a very important and interesting position. Actually, what black secured that they would play like this pawn structure, hanging pawns most probably, but they secured it for the long game. It's not that much theory, and also okay, it would be long game with counter chances, because with maneuvering game, and white cannot, let's say, even the ones they cannot force a draw. Yeah, they could play, but also black shouldn't know that much of theory, but rather should relying on the understanding of position. So it's very popular, it's played many times. I played it many times even in recent years, against Karyakin, against Leko, against, with white, against Hare Krishna, against Oparin, Martirosyan, many games. Also with black I played a couple of times. Krani played World Championship match against Leko. It's not that bad system. It's actually interesting system. The question is for white, how to regroup pieces. Normally white play rook c1 and bishop f4, knight e5. But then okay, I tried a few times. Black found an antidote. Yeah, I tried queen c2 also, possible. In the candidates they tried against Karyakin rook b1 or a3 even. They had to play b4 as quickly as possible. In this game I had chosen another play, knight e5,
Now we get to something that to me looks very entertaining after knight e5.
Knight e5, bishop b7.
Yes, so now comes the dance of the bishop, yes?
Yeah. Now the most point of this position, what to do with this bishop.
Bishop on d2.
Also, I have to note that now it's clear that why black played bishop a6 to provoke b3. Because with pawn on b2, if white would be able to go back, maybe b3, b2 would be the strongest move. Because first of all, we don't have weak squares, knight is solid, and queen can go to b3 or e4. But pawns don't go back. So in this game we decided to play bishop c1. To put bishop on b2. Previous game played in f4, somewhere in g5. But I decided to play it here to fan Ketu, and then try to put the pressure on the center by bishops from both sides.
Do you think this is a stronger idea, or does it just create a new position?
Playable idea, and it's not stronger.
Just one idea?
I don't believe in such positions strong ideas exist anymore.
No. It's just getting a game, yeah?
Yeah.
So black plays knight d7.
Knight d7 is a natural move. Bishop b2.
And here black has to also find out how to play the game, yeah?
Yeah. Actually, would you believe or not, but this position occurred in the match Botvinnik-Bronstein, World Championship match 1951.
Mm-hmm.
And also in one of the games of Bent Larsen, of 60 against Larry Evans in 69 or something. Probably with another move order.
And maybe this position could arrive with someone else to move.
No, but then it would be, it's hard.
Because if white played the bishop straight directly to b2 and black played directly to b7.
Yes, maybe, yeah. But then it's important.
White's move, yeah?
Yeah, but then it's important. Then rook c1, tempo is very important in this position. And I think Bronstein played here, and Botvinnik tried a very clever idea. Rook c1, pawn sacrifice. Duke, and knight b5. Rook had to go to e7 to protect, white took, and complicated game started. Hard choices.
You would like this position, yeah?
With what? With both colors, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why choose, yeah?
Yeah, but interesting position. Hard to say whom you would choose, yeah?
Well, I can ask you in a different way. If Ernesto had allowed this, would you have done it?
No. No, but it's possible. I looked at it. It's not that bad. Look.
So let's say bishop f8. What would you have done?
It's the same f4.
Just f4, play like the game.
Yeah, but also it's possible. Yeah, it's not that. But bishop d6 is more challenging. That's what you do. And Karakin played it against Giri in the candidates. And Giri played very strange move, knight d3. I don't think it's in the spirit of position. And they had a long game, it eventually ended in a draw. But I think the spirit of position is to keep the...
You're sure it didn't draw?
What?
You're in the candidates.
Yeah.
He played all these amazing fighting games.
Yes.
Because I think he was the last one to realize it was a bit funny.
Yeah?
Yeah, he said it after like round 13. It started to get a bit funny.
Yeah.
a bit after behind the curve. You know? Actually, that reminds me, when you're playing like an important tournament like the candidates or the World Championship match, what is your contact with the outside world?
Minimal contact with outside. I have minimal contact with outside world. I go follow my routine. I go to games. I go from games. Okay, I look on the internet at what's interesting for me, but maybe I download games of other tournaments to check if some important idea was played or other things.
So what you're saying is mainly you're following what's happening with FC Barcelona?
Yeah, of course. Of course, what they did, yeah. But also generally in sports, in life, briefly maybe spend half an hour a day or up to 1 hour, not more.
Mhm.
And then to recover, it's important to recover for the next game.
Oh, I was just thinking because in Moscow you didn't say hi to me, but Anand did.
Yeah.
He did.
Well, that's why he won,
So anyway, here it's your move.
yeah. No, the problem there probably you were surrounded by some people were chasing me there.
I know.
Some people are really like nice people, but you know, out of proportion.
Yeah, I didn't say hi to you either.
Yeah. Probably this was a problem.
Yeah. I thought you just didn't remember who I was.
No. It's hard to forget. Yeah.
Is that a good or bad thing?
Good.
Okay, so here black to play, yeah? So he plays very normal move.
Yeah, c5 he has to play. e3. That's the point of white's idea. You want to keep the knight on e5. Of course, it's very risky strategically, because we gave up e4 square, and if black would be in time, let's say, he played for this in the game. We will return to this topic later. But I want to play, black has to find what to do, because if he plays, I don't know, rook c8, okay, I will play rook c1. Somewhere he has to do something with the pawns. So he has to release attention one way or another, I believe.
To me, this is very much how a lot of modern chess is played. That white comes with some little idea, and probably there's a way for black to solve it. But since it's not like the best variation according to the computer, it's very hard to anticipate it with black. And then white is able to present some new idea. It's maybe not a way to an advantage against the computer or against the computer and analysis, but at the board it can be quite tricky.
Yeah, it's one of the possibilities. Yeah, it's one of the possibilities to play. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, but also it's not only this. Okay, it's a lot of playable positions, and if you analyze them, you can play them. It's a very big advantage. Someone gets if he knows what he is doing, and others have to decide you on the board. That makes a big difference. Yeah.
Maybe I need to play knight e4 before c5.
Yes, it's possible. It's possible. It's one of the ideas.
It's not a main problem. The knight on e5 is not a problem for black's position.
Yeah, but we take, let's say, and we play, let's say, queen c2.
Knight f6.
Knight f6, and now the problem is you don't have next move, because, okay, I will do something. You cannot play knight d5 because pawn is hanging. You cannot play c5 because I take and the bishop starts playing. Rook c8, I can meet with bishop h3. Not so easy. Of course it's playable, but not so easy. I think, I don't know, I start maybe rook c1.
Here white's a little better.
I believe white should be, it's easier to play with white. Because black would be fine if they would be able to kick this b. But whatever we take and we start
Yeah, but maybe c5 is not as bad as you said.
Maybe, but I take, let's say, or maybe rook d1, rook c8, yeah?
I was thinking instead of rook ac1, maybe rook ft1 first, and c5 is possible.
Yeah,
Because
maybe.
it's the only move that really makes sense. So if rook d1... then-
No, but it's also possible, yeah?
Ah.
But here we don't know. Maybe we can take and go, yeah? I see nothing wrong with this.
Right.
For black and for white, yeah. I don't know, rook c1, bishop e3. Maybe, you know, maybe it's interesting ideas to play, let's say, d5 here, no? It's typical in Queen's Indian because, okay, bishop goes maybe knight c4, and there are a lot of pins. Or maybe even, you know, rook d2 can be strong.
It's very hard to defend everything.
Yeah. Sorry?
Rook d5,
Rook d5, knight d5,
bishop d4.
knight f6, it's possible, but maybe you'll just regain the exchange. Maybe you wouldn't get dividends, yeah? But rook d2 seems good here. I don't know what you do. I want to play rook d1.
Does anyone have an idea?
I don't know if it exists.
It's not obvious, yeah?
Yeah.
What about queen e7 in the first variation? Would you play queen c3 with the idea of knight d7 or knight d4?
Sorry, in which variation?
The first one, where you played rook f d1,
Yes.
c5, e takes c5,
Yes.
bishop takes c5, king h1,
Yes.
queen e7, queen c3.
Ah, you mean in this position, yeah?
Yes, with the idea of knight d7.
Yeah, but maybe bishop b4. I start chasing. You cannot get 2 free moves in a row, yeah?
Yeah, of course, sure.
So, of course, knight e4 was one of the normal options one should consider, yeah?
Or maybe queen c2 was the most accurate way to meet it.
Well,
So knight e4, knight 6, context.
and knight f6?
Or maybe, yeah, queen is on d8.
Yes. That's what we said, no?
Yes, it maybe was not the most accurate way.
Yeah, but why not? If we prevent c5, we play d5.
Could I try to play queen c8 with the knight, with the idea to put the knight on d5 and
Like here,
yes, for example?
it's possible, but we play here.
Knight d5.
Knight d5, I think.
Queen
we-
e4, yeah?
Queen e4. The point is after f6, you don't want to take. Let's say I can go here probably. Because you take, I would take, and it's a huge initiative. Maybe I would even exchange, sacrifice to exchange. Yeah?
I know you. You would.
You, I would.
Yeah, you would. You like exchange.
Yes. yes.
Right.
Let's say
Also, it's completely winning.
it's an interesting position. Takes, takes, takes. Has to take, we take. King goes,
And e6.
e6.
It's completely winning probably.
What is that? Queen 6?
Sorry?
Queen takes e6?
And queen
But
takes
we take-
e6.
But then we take,
And bishop a8.
and bishop a8. Big material advantage.
Queen takes e2, sorry, rook takes e2.
Yeah, but that's not enough, yeah?
Pretty much.
It's not a good position. White has material advantage. Let's return back to our main position.
Rook's still on a1.
Yeah, but here also, the point is knight e4. He played bishop b4, But knight e4 is maybe most challenging, but we take and we play queen e2.
We have two balls which are missing on the board.
Yes.
Sorry?
Oh, sorry, no. I'm sorry.
Oh.
You just did it fast.
It's a knight to the board again.
And knight f6, have to protect because f5 not possible. Check. And now g4, I think. I think something like this went in the game Lara Evans, Bent Larsen. And also it was game by Hare Krishna was black against this young Spanish player Anton David.
Something like that. Guerrero.
Guerrero, yeah, or something.
Yeah.
And in last round of Gibraltar this year, and white were present the whole game.
Mhm.
So it's actually it's quite a new idea. Bishop b4, but I'm surprised it's not. It's very logical. The point is, let's say, imagine it's black's move here. They would take and play knight e4. If I would take, he would take and then put bishop here and win, yeah? So I have to go, but then he would play, let's say, f6. It's a very comfortable position.
Knight on e4 is there forever.
Sorry?
The knight on e4 is there for a long time at least.
It's forever.
Yeah.
And very comfortable position. So it puts responsibility on the white side to find a solution.
Well, this is often the way it is in early middle game and top games. Find
Yeah.
some deep ideas and then you have to find a deep idea to meet it.
Yes. But okay, I have nothing to do. I have to play rook c1. The most natural move.
How quickly do you play a move like rook c1?
I play it pretty quickly because there is no big choice.
There's no other ideas.
No other idea. And here, again, you can play some moves like rook c8 or something maybe. But you don't know. Maybe bishop h3 would come with some unpleasant pins can happen.
Why not take on c3, which was the plan initially?
That's what he did. That's what he did. I don't know. Probably it's playable. Yeah? Of course, it's possible to find some more ideas. Let's look at the most natural move.
Mhm.
And I took with a rook. I don't know if it was a better idea or not than this bishop. But my point was I took, and when he played knight e4, I went back here. At least I kept my rook on c line, and also on c2 I think it's a bit better than on c1. So it's worth to do it.
Mhm.
Probably we can double somewhere.
And also rook c8 doesn't look attractive.
No, rook c8, the problem
Take
is
it, yeah?
we take and bishop h3. It's a very concrete problem with it.
He has to go back.
I don't know. Maybe bishop c6, but doesn't look impressive. Queen c2. And if he goes back, it's a really bad position. Because also not easy for him to do something next.
Maybe even g4 is relevant.
Maybe g4 is relevant, but I can make some move, yeah, let's say. Queen somewhere. Then rook c1. Queen d2. Then rook c1. Maybe queen d4.
Mhm.
Okay, then also his idea backfires, yeah? Let's say. And here I think he basically already made a decisive mistake.
So for me here the most natural move is to play the knight to f6.
Knight to f6.
Yeah.
This one.
Yeah.
But I will play g4.
And g4. Then knight d6 maybe.
Knight d6 is possible, but I'm not sure how good is it, yeah?
I like the white position, I like the two bishops, but here at least the pieces are reasonably well placed. The other knight comes to e4, d5 is not in trouble.
Yes, it's possible. It's possible. Let me think here. Knight df6.
this is how some of the sessions are, and then here I go for coffee or something. I
Then
don't drink coffee, but I have to spend my time doing something at least.
yes, because here it's a interesting position. We have to find an idea. Okay, G4 is the most natural. The other idea is to, let's say, play something like Queen D3 and double rook on C1.
I think you need to stay flexible.
You think I should?
I think G4 is too early. It's my feeling. It's
Not sure.
I just don't see a target.
No, the point is also that I tell you that with a pawn on G5, it's harder for black to play F6 because maybe we take bishop E4, rook G2 and mate. So knight is more secure. Maybe we can play something like Queen H5.
A bit like the stone wall.
Yeah. Or Queen G4, I don't know.
I think I'm very happy if I get rook C8 and put the bishop on F5.
Well,
Oh no, sorry, bishop C8. I mean,
bishop C8, may I play F5 or not? Or it's too much?
and get big complications.
Yes, yes.
Okay, let's check. Anyway.
Knight D5,
F5, rook F5, G6.
rook C8.
Queen takes maybe.
Maybe rook E4. Doesn't look impressive for
I
black.
lost something, yeah?
Yeah, I don't know. Pawn is on the
What if I
seventh.
play G6 immediately without...
You mean
yeah,
here?
you can take it, yeah, without knight F5, so with knight on B6, because it's my best piece, knight on B6.
Bishop takes.
Knight takes. Maybe knight C6 is possible,
And queen G5.
no? Queen G5 I would take and maybe take here at least.
Ah,
I don't know how good is it.
bishop F5.
No, I mean, I really I can take it.
Okay.
I'm not sure how good is it, yeah, maybe it's perfectly fine for black, yeah.
Looks scary. The white looks better here, but
Yeah, but this position...
usually this is the moment I turn on the engine. Boris, when we work together, doesn't use an engine.
Pretend I don't use it.
Ah,
What happens on queen takes G5 instead of G6?
Here I think the same story. We take, and take. Of course, bishop b7 is possible, yeah?
And after knight c6, if you just go the queen d7?
Sorry?
After knight c6?
Yes, it's a good question. It's a good question.
Is it never an idea to exchange bishop to a3 and exchange it on the knight on b6?
It's a good idea, but probably it would never allow bishop a3 he would take.
Yeah, and now it is probably, but in the early stages with the knight on d6.
Yeah, it's possible. But I think here, my, how do you play here, yeah?
and knight on E4, bishop on B7, and you play.
Sorry?
Knight with D. No, the other knight. Like this, yeah. This was my.
Just
on
like this.
D4, I played knight D6.
Yes. But then, well, actually, if you go here, first of all, this move is possible. Try to kick you back, but also here. Okay, you take, I take. It's not end of the world, yeah?
Well, maybe, you know, if we put the bishop back on knight on E4. So here, you know, you're unhappy with this idea of F6, but currently it's not what black's aiming for. with knight f6?
No, actually,
Just simply play.
no, actually here f6 is an interesting move. I would consider.
Sure,
it.
sure.
We would discuss it now.
Anyway, so here this seems playable. Maybe queen e2.
Yeah,
No
Knight
big,
d6.
big action. Yeah.
yeah.
Think white's better?
No, I don't think white's better, but it's more pleasant to play with white, I believe.
That's almost the definition of white's better.
No, because black has good position, but I think white, they have to play very accurate, while white have more free choice. Probably black can have their chances, yeah?
So it's sort of the same story as on move 1.
More or less, yeah.
Okay, let's see f6.
White play bishop h3 instead. The idea of if you remove the knight to play rook f2, c2, and back down to the c2.
Yeah,
Rook is already on C2.
Rook is on c2.
Rook is on C2.
But I don't want to play knight d6 bishop h3. I think I will play bishop c8. Unless knight c6 is bad. Oh, I can play queen d6.
No, bishop knight 6 is not that dangerous, but many ideas here. Like f5, let's say, probably possible, yeah? And then we get bishop here.
To bishop to f4, yes. Oh, okay.
Many possibilities are possible, yeah?
Play bishop a6.
We can,
Where you're going.
yeah.
Yeah.
We can analyze it for months, yeah?
Yeah, you probably will.
Probably.
So, anyway, Boris, you once told me you play table tennis.
Yes, sure.
You're a big addict, yeah?
I'm not an addict, I'm training.
Yeah, but what about your serve?
My serve is the worst.
Yeah, why don't you work on your serve?
I told it to Grishuk, you know, yeah? When we played, so your serve is not good, but I practice serving in chess so much, I don't want to waste time to practice in table tennis. Also, I come to enjoy it. Okay, you practice serving, you don't enjoy it, yeah.
Okay, so anyway,
But that's my disadvantage, you know, it's tricky to play with the guys. Now I understand what's the problem in chess also. When you play with someone with a tricky serve, okay, even if you're a better player, sometimes you're in trouble.
your sympathy is very welcome. Thank you. Okay, let's look at this f6 move.
f6, that's what I consider to be a main move. Because white has to play here, no choice. Black has to take.
If you go back, then basically Fischer will come for you, yeah?
No, but okay, then...
No idea of f5 and knight f4?
Okay, he would can play f5.
Okay. Now you can go back.
Yeah, but
Even if you go back and go back, yeah.
okay, he has comfortable position.
So it's improved for black.
Yeah.
Okay, so we go towards improvement for black, and that's not what you're after.
Yeah. Okay, knight c6 was my idea, takes. Now the main point is that he cannot play rook c8 because of queen h5. Positional collapses.
Very nice.
Very nice, yeah, let's say take. Here and f5. Yeah. So he has to play f5, let's say. And here white has a choice. First of all, I can play queen h5, g6 and force a draw, which maybe in the match situation is good enough, yeah?
But would you do it?
I don't know, because also I can play queen c2. And take the line and play, let's say, knight f6, or like in previous what you said, we can go back, f5 and go back. And just play a long game.
Well, I know you like to play chess. You wouldn't just take a draw because of a match.
No, I think I would calculate. If I think I have good position, I would play. If I think position, okay, it's equal, I would maybe make a draw. Who knows? Huh? But also here, black actually has a chance to keep on with the game, with knight b8. That's what I thought during the game. To kick the rook, to kick the queen, and to get back.
But what about rook c7?
Wow, knight f6. Oh, wow. Nice, nice. Yeah, not possible here.
Maybe not.
What?
Maybe not knight b8.
Yeah, no, but then he has to play g6. No, actually here he can play knight b8, but then it's, I think it's with extra tempo he should be in trouble. I will get c line also.
Mm-hmm. And the knight returning easy.
Yeah,
Also in some positions you can put your queen on h6 and look threatening.
well, it happens again.
Yeah, but in different circumstances.
Yeah, but also here maybe I can already play like g4, bishop h3, and g4, and rook goes to g2. Just to ignore this knight, yeah? Because it's very beautiful, but okay, maybe it's not the only factor in the game, yeah?
Nice, limited range.
Yeah.
So still some problems, basically.
Yes, yes. But he played knight f8 with an idea to play f6 in comfortable circumstances. To kick me out and then...
Not to take you on c6.
Yes.
f6, knight c6, queen d6.
Queen d6, queen d7, yeah. That's his idea. But unfortunately the game simply loses. Unfortunately for him.
Yeah, you don't cry many tears.
No.
So okay, did you sense that this was
Yes, yes, I thought immediately at the time close to winning.
a nice feeling?
Yeah, of course. Of course. Okay, queen h5.
So how quickly did you play this?
5 minutes. I have to check in the room, I don't remember. I have my score sheet, but I think this move is good enough, yeah. The problem, he cannot protect the f7 pawn. If he would play queen e7, then bishop e3 comes. That's his main problem. And if he takes queen f7, queen b7.
Pawn for a start.
Yes,
Collapse of the
the
position.
collapse of the position for the rest. And rook e7, it's bishop a3, rook c7, and let's say taken rook c1.
Finished.
Finished. Resign immediately. Immediate resignation.
Knight g6.
Knight g6 and f5, takes. Simply
Bad news, yeah?
bad news, very bad attack.
G6 then.
Sorry?
G6 then.
Here, okay, queen
No,
h6.
no, before the knight G6.
Yeah, that's what he did in the game. You're guessing all the game, move games.
And unfortunately, it didn't go very well for black.
Knight d6 theoretically it's possible. But then simply go g4, okay. No next move, I simply start an attack, yeah.
Very optimistic.
Yeah. f5 maybe next. So he played g6. And I played queen h6. And actually, he thought that he is okay, but basically he is lost. No defense, I want to play f5.
And if he plays f5?
If he plays f5, I take
And no good recapture.
d5. If d5,
Here the dark squares are.
the old dark square collapse, and the f takes and f5. Also mating it.
Maybe even worse.
Maybe worse, yeah. If it could be worse, yeah. No, actually, it was tricky move knight d6. And then here I didn't see the things well. Okay, g4 was my intention and f6. And I thought that's bad because of knight c6 and then position collapses. But computer points out this trick. Bishop d7, in d7, bishop d5, knight f7. And black are back in the game.
There's compensation.
Full compensation.
So queen d5 or something?
Queen d5 is a threat, yeah? Deadly threat.
You must take an f7.
Yeah, but if I hit it,
Not good news.
yeah, okay, I'm a pawn up, but I don't know. Maybe d5, I don't know. But it's crazy game, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
But, I hope I would find it. I hope I would find it. It's because I saw similar ideas. Here white are winning. By brutal force, F5. Simply, Fischer never goes back.
Yeah, no.
The point of the move that if he takes, you play F6. You want to mate him
d7?
in d7 and d5, and no square for the knight. Is okay, knight f7 is made, otherwise if knight goes f7. Finish.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm sure you would find it.
I'm sure.
But only if you would find the trick.
Yes. But then when you get to this position, you have time to think. Yeah?
Mm. How much time?
I had a lot of time. I have quite a reserve of time in this game. Because I knew what to do in the opening. Oh, sorry, Jacob, sorry.
So here he tried f6. You
Yes.
still thought he was okay?
Probably.
Yeah. For a little while.
Yeah, but after I took, it's clear things are getting from bad to worse.
Now if he takes back?
He has to take probably, but knight g4 and no defense against d5 or f5. Let's say e3, d5, and he is not in time. Yeah. f6 is handling. Yeah. Maybe the best move is, okay, if he plays bishop c8, maybe I play f5.
And no defense against d5?
No defense.
All the pieces are...
Probably the best defense is rook c8. Let's say take. And now the simplest is f5.
Mm-hmm.
He takes. Okay, take, knight f6. And now it's a nice move d5. To get all pieces into the game. And basically position collapses.
And he's lacking a move here. e3? Let's try e3.
He's trying to take.
King takes?
King takes, at least I can check. Or at least I can take, yeah. At least I can take.
Okay, check as well.
Yeah. Actually here, I could also take and check, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also should be enough for a victory, yeah.
Take on f5.
Take on f5.
So bishop e4, he was not happy anymore.
He was not happy anymore, but with each move, he was less and less happy. No, it happens. Because, you know, he played very ambitiously. It's not like to make fun of... Each of us had been in such a situation, yeah? Sorry?
Oh, it's still funny.
Yeah, but, you know, the problem is he is... Right here, yeah? He is...
Knight on e5, he hasn't taken.
Yeah, my pieces are much better coordinated, so it's makes a problem. Yeah, his king is weak. Maybe that's the main issue. Yeah?
So he took on
Yes.
e5.
And now it's in. Let's think what you will do. Let's think.
Takes e5.
Sorry?
D
D takes e5. He takes.
e6.
E6 knight takes.
Sorry.
Things are not that simple anymore.
F takes e5.
F takes e5 takes. D5? Just it and just. But here he can take with a queen.
Rook c7.
Rook c7, no. Oh, here I saw something. Maybe bishop d5. Knight e6.
Rook f6.
Rook f7 maybe, yeah?
Oh,
No, because we can
F7 check.
Knight G7? No, Knight G7, yeah, forced.
Knight G7, but it's
But still
Right.
still not working now.
okay. It's mate.
Yeah. But also mate the other way.
Yeah.
Show the other mate, it's very nice. Rook S7?
Sorry.
No, I mean,
Ah, where is the
Queen
knight?
takes H7. So Rook F7, King takes F7, there. Mate's coming.
Mate. Next move, yeah. Also may be possible, yeah? Where is this rook?
And
Yeah.
F1. Oh, actually, there's a refutation. I just checked our friend here. Queen D5,
Yeah,
Rook C7. Can anyone see it?
rook e7.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nice.
I think I saw it during the game.
So you cheated.
I cheated, yeah. But I forgot, yeah. But bishop a3? Not that easy.
Rook E7 here.
Bishop a3, queen d4 then.
Queen D4 is.
Yeah, and bishop a3, and then we go to counterattack.
Rook F2, maybe even E3.
Yes, and king g2, e3, king h3. Maybe check, yeah?
Yeah, because Rook on D7 is defended by the Queen D7 check. Rook,
Yeah,
rook
yeah.
takes, rook takes bishop D7, Queen
Yes.
D7.
Couldn't you just take the rook on e7 with the rook?
But then queen c5 check and queen e7. No, actually it's kind of thing that very often you miss if you look at the game with computer. You would say, let's say, queen d5,
Yeah.
and then put -2, and you think it's all. But then probably black has to find 5 only moves. So it's can be really misleading, these computer numbers, yeah? You have to really grasp what's behind them, yeah? So let's return to this position because we had the correct answer.
Rook on E8.
Which is f5. Fischer doesn't go back. The point if he takes f6, and these are mate or f7. So
Takes on F5.
takes on f5, I think bishop takes f5.
Probably must play E4.
Yeah, but he got even better circumstances. If it could be called so, but here rook f4 top, and it's mating.
Bad news.
Bad news.
Why not bishop takes h7?
Yeah, maybe bishop
Oh,
h7.
many wins.
Yeah, bishop queen g6, rook f7 also, yeah. No, that's why he found an only defense, rook e7, which allows him to stay in the game. To get at least rook into the defense. Now fg6, d4, not that clear. So I went back, e4, and bishop a3.
Well, you don't play like Fischer always.
No, well, it should be. That's why he is Fischer, yeah.
Yeah.
Rook is on c2, yeah, sure.
Okay, things are not so bad anyway.
Things are not so bad. He played rook f7, which may be the only move. I took. Maybe rook c f2 I also considered to bring, but I thought this is good enough. Take takes, bishop takes, he took with a knight, and rook f2. Second wave. King is still weak, and they play for an attack, yeah? Basically, our main threat is to play h4, h5. Kick the knight and to win, yeah?
Also bishop h3 was.
Bishop h3, yeah, yeah. So, yeah, but you have to see that after bishop c8, you have to play rook c6. It's based on very nice tactics, otherwise it's not that good.
Okay, and bishop h3.
Bishop h3, then we take
Take back.
back, take, and bishop
Bishop
d6
c6 and winning.
and winning.
Nice.
Yeah, because actually it's another point that for computer both moves are equal. But bishop to play win after bishop h3, you have to see the next move. While to win after rook f2, you need just to play good chess. Yeah. Actually, I think the only defense here was rook c8, bishop h3, and rook c6 to get rook into the defense. But I thought I would play bishop f5 and.
What about rook f7 after rook c8?
Sorry?
Rook f7 after...
King f7, queen h7, king f6. And things are not that simple. And h4, h5, yeah?
Yeah.
If he'll find the move, because not so easy to find the move actually. Actually bishop g6 is a threat, yeah?
Mhm.
So rook f6 may be must, and now queen g5 also on top to pin him. Or h4. But what he did, and bishop c8 I play h4 and win.
Mhm.
I just kick the, whenever I kick the knight, position collapse. So he played queen d7. And now bishop h3, get another piece into the game. Now the point is if queen g7, then check, queen g7, rook f7 and win a piece.
Mhm.
So he has to go here. And if anyone can suggest the clearest win, yeah? Because I believe many moves win, but he wants to play rook e8, e3 or something.
Rook c2.
Rook c2, queen c2,
Bishop e6.
king h8,
Rook f8.
rook f8, rook f8,
Bishop f8.
knight f8,
F7.
Rook f7. What is rook f7?
king f7, queen h7, king f6,
Bishop d7.
bishop,
d7.
queen c2, or queen c3,
Bishop d7.
Knight.
no.
Where did you go after?
No, you go, I go here.
Complicated, yeah?
Sorry?
Complicated, but rook down.
Yes.
What about rook f6? Rook f8.
Rook takes f8,
Bishop takes f8.
knight takes f8,
Bishop d6.
queen takes e6.
Oh,
Out of bullets.
Yeah.
Bishop e7.
Yeah, yeah. Correct, yeah.
Well done. Bishop e7. Choice?
Bishop e7. The weakest piece comes into the game. f6 is a key square. The point is
That's my friend.
if he takes here, bishop e6. And mate, yeah? So bishop f6 is a threat, rook f6 is a threat,
So he tried e3.
e3. And now, of course, I can take, yeah? But I thought a very beautiful final, which unfortunately he didn't allow me to show.
rook f7.
No, rook f6 I play. Rook f7, not that clear, take and goes. Rook f6. And basically here he played queen c1, rook f1, queen c6, and bishop f6 and mate, yeah? But the point is what happens if he plays e2. King f8. Rook f8.
Queen takes.
Queen takes, knight takes. Thank you.
But you saw it. I think before we go to the final thing, we actually have a little thing we need to return to.
Yeah.
Because we're talking about computers. And
Yeah.
we're back to...
No, we forgot this is
no, I didn't forget. This is my... I told you, I will structure everything, I will guide you. Here we are, we'll go back to this thing. Because sometimes there are things you don't see at the board. And we analyze the games afterwards.
Yeah, but here I thought quite a lot.
And the thing I wanted to ask you a little bit about, because we've been talking basically about the themes which are in the book, where to think, various ideas of dynamics, when to rely on intuition and stuff like this. But one thing we haven't talked much about is computers, which is a big part of the book.
Yeah.
And of course you use them as well.
Of course.
But I think, you told me many stories about people who you think use them less intelligently. So maybe you could just briefly, 2 minutes, explain the general idea of what people should do with computers, maybe analyzing their own games, looking at things live, stuff like this.
Yeah, I think I do believe in few things. First of all, that it's computer is excellent tool to, first of all, to get information if you want to play some opening or you looking for some end game, yeah? You can, in a second, get all the material available. Secondly, with engines, you can check all your tactical blunders and basically get some ideas. But whenever you analyze your game, I think it's important not just to see that computer says that this move is better, but the challenge is to realize why you made a mistake. Each of us make mistakes basically in each game. So if they will know, let the computer will tell us that this move was better and we blunder. In my opinion, it doesn't give us much information. In my opinion, it's important to know why you made a mistake, because it would reduce the chance that you to repeat it in the next game. And that's why I think it's one have to be very honest with yourself to see why you made this mistake. Either you miscalculated, either you just didn't think the moment is important. Either you missed some candidate move from your opponent or from you. And this is the most interesting and challenging side, in my opinion.
Also, something we did talk about in the book is viewing games online for during the tournament, which is a great passion of yours. When you're not invited.
Of everyone. I know that each chess player, when he is not in the tournament, is watching other games online. Because it's very interesting. We all love chess, and it's very fascinating to watch the best players are playing at their press conferences and commentaries by really great players, which is fortunately our daily routine nowadays. Yeah, we have this chance, I think, almost every day in a year. Yeah, sometimes there are so many tournaments you don't have time to watch all of them. Right, yeah?
Yeah, but there's a little point I'm getting to,
yes.
Which is...
Yes.
Recently I helped you with your internet settings.
Yes.
And,
Yes. I think here it's even more critical, yeah, I think. Because very often the spectators are blinded by engines. Because all sites have an engine by default. And when someone doesn't make a move, everyone starts commenting or sending tweets that, oh, this guy made a mistake, yeah, he had to play another move. It's completely senseless, yeah. First of all, people who do it, they don't realize what's the essence of mistake. Maybe it's not a mistake at all. Maybe just, okay, they don't realize. Sometimes, okay, assessment drops from +6 to +1. But maybe just one can simplify to a pawn ending, which is easily one, yeah? Instead of finding some brilliant combination, mating in 20 moves, yeah? So I try my best to watch without an engine. Because another reason of it that you develop your brain. You think together with the players. You compare what you think with what the player think. And that's the most interesting part. Just to watch and to say, oh, I don't know, some player made a mistake, adds nothing to you, has no value. While if you look and you think of a move, and then you analyze, maybe you check this engine, it adds a lot. It develops your understanding of what you think, what you guessed rightly, where you were wrong. You see that what you missed, maybe top player saw it, or maybe he didn't see it. You found it. Everything. This is the main entity, to compare yourself, and it gives you an incentive to progress. This is the most important.
Of course, computers are a tool. We also want to use them. So you do check your games with the engine afterwards.
Not during the tournament.
No, but
Not to be embarrassed.
not to be embarrassed.
Yes.
Keep your confidence. Yeah?
Yes, of course, of course. Also, okay, during the tournament it's not that critical because, okay, you have to keep your nervous system. You have to sleep. Yeah, you don't want to wake up in the night and to think why I missed this move. Yeah.
Mhm.
But of course, there are a lot of people who would run to you to tell. Yeah? I remember I played the tournament. It was like group tournament and then a qualification, and then I had to play like a tiebreak. Yeah, something I missed in the last game. And I played last game, and then I had to play a tiebreak in a minute. And on the way to the game, I remember one grandmaster caught me and asked me, "Why didn't you play this move in the previous game? You were much better," or something like this.
And you just walked on.
I walked on, yeah. I walked on, yeah. Then he didn't succeed to start by concentration. Even still I lost anyway, yeah. Maybe he succeeded, yeah.
Maybe, yeah. So, but here anyway, the computer found something you did not.
I did.
You did see it during the game, or
I did most of it.
most of it?
Yes.
Okay.
I did big part.
Then I misunderstood you.
I know, I did big part. I saw big part. Actually, there is a defense here, which is queen g7, and then Arkiev refused because he thought knight f5 is winning in position collapses. Take on d7 few times, queen a8, knight h6,
Many problems.
many collapse. Yeah. But what I saw that there is intermediate move bishop b7. Now it becomes interesting. Because if you take on b7, he takes on d4. Take on g7 on b7. Or maybe even knight b7, knight g7, and d4. So I thought I would play queen g4. But he protects.
Oh, but here you have knight h6.
Knight h6.
Knight d7 is hanging.
What?
If he takes, you take it.
If he takes, knight d7 is hanging. And this is a very interesting position. Maybe we should pause and think about it. Because I calculated this, but here my calculation was not precise.
Yeah, I think because we also
Yeah.
would maybe going to sign some books today, but we're here for a few days. So for you, those of you who want an early night and prepare for next round,
Yeah.
we'll be here. We'll try to be here tomorrow at 11. Outside here, we will be available.
Yeah, they'll be happy
Come
to
and,
sign.
come and sign, and if you want to say hi to Boris, and if you want to say hi to me, you can just. but Boris is very friendly, as you probably have gathered. So, but here maybe you can show what's happening, and then we can wrap this up.
Yeah. No, during the game I thought that he should play king f8, take, 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 take. And I thought that I'm a pawn up, but some chance to win, but not realistic. But as computer points out, I have this bishop e5. The point is, if he takes, there is this check. And it's already 2 pawns up. While if he takes, where is
Queen
it?
and d7.
If he takes, then I take, and it's mating attack. I believe I would find it if it happened, but fortunately for him, he has this move. It's completely counterintuitive, but it allows him to hold. And the difference is that, okay, I have to take anyway, but if I take here and here, he has queen g7, this move. And he's basically okay. Maybe even some better move, no? No, queen g7.
And here you cannot just play on because there's queen g2 made.
Yeah, no, I can play on like this, yeah.
Okay.
But and I have probably 4 pawns, but not clear how good is it, yeah.
Can I play bishop g2?
Maybe bishop g2. I thought maybe bishop e4 is more clever. To get the bishop, to get the really important pawns, yeah.
Like billiard, yeah?
Yeah. Okay, that's the point. So most likely, here I would have to exchange on d7 and, okay, with the pawn up, try my luck, but most likely it would be drawn in a few moves, yeah.
I have to admit I actually did cheat and check with the engine. And it actually doesn't even say you're better. It says 0.2 or something, nothing.
Yeah, exactly. No, okay, of course. I play here, he goes, I play f4, but of course king h6. Maybe he has to make 1 or 2 precise moves, that's what I mean.
Sure.
Maybe he should show some minimal precision still, but of course it's a draw.
Okay, I think that's a good moment. I hope you all enjoyed your time here.
Yes.
And it was worth the time. Of course, the entry fee here was just to force you to sell books. I'm a bookseller after all. But I don't know how, Sigfrid, if you want to organize the handing out of the books in some way. So everyone's sitting here. You have to go to the toilet, you have to wait. If that's a problem, you can put up your hand. Sigfrid will personally escort you.
Yeah, let's give them a hand. Yeah.